Hey guys, Michael here from Rainhill Wargamers. So this isn't an army list review, and it's not a battle report, and it's not a Tactica video, but I will be talking about an army list, I will be reviewing a battle, and I will be talking about some tactics. So make of that what you will. On Thursday I was meant to be playing my friend Cameron for a game of 1000-point Lizardman, Age of Sigmar, but he took a while to get there, so whilst I was sitting around waiting trying to work out what army I wanted to play, someone from the club comes over and she says, you should try an army of all Dryads. So I think, right, okay, yeah, challenge accepted, because we have a lot of arguments. I really like Dryads, she doesn't. So I thought, what can I do here for an all Dryad army at 1000 points? How do I make this viable? Or at least get me some nice abilities that can look after the Dryads. So I went with the Forest Folk Battalion. Obviously it's a battalion that is centred around the Dryads, 3 squads of Dryads and a Branch Wraith. And then I thought, which of the Wargroves can I stick this in to give me some good abilities? So the Wargrove with the compulsory Forest Folk Battalion is the Winterleaf Wargrove. That's a really good Wargrove because it gives you the 6s to hit become an additional attack, and it lets you Realm Root into Obsidian Archways. We didn't end up with any Obsidian Archways on the board, but the 6s did some work. It also means you have to take an extra squad of Dryads, so I needed to take 4 squads of Dryads and a Branch Wraith was my minimum army requirements. So both of those formations, the battalion and the Wargrove, come to 310 points. So that's a third of my army roughly on formations, but I think the abilities I'm getting from it are pretty good. 4 squads of Dryads, 400 points. Branch Wraith, 80 points. I think, what can I add now to the army in these last couple hundred points to really give me some kick? I didn't want to take a Tree Man, because that would then be relying on the Tree Man. I know the way I play. I would focus around using the Tree Man. I would leverage the Tree Man or the Tree Man Ancient. And that would really take away from what I was trying to do. So I thought, right, no, I'll add some more magic users in. I'll have 1 hero per squad. So I had 2 branch witches. Now they are still branched units, they are tree women, so you know, they are still within my brief of make a Dryad army, or a Dryad themed army. So I then set about looking at the little bits and pieces. What can I do to take, items can I put on these characters? So because I'd taken 2 Wargrove battalions, or Warscroll battalions, I can take 3 items, 1 for my army and 1 per additional squad. So I kitted out my Branch Wraith as my general, with Verdant Blessing and the War Song Staff that gives you the Tree Song ability. And she also had the Gift of Gyron, because I just wanted her to heal. I wanted her to be a little tankier, just a little, because I thought if she can survive a turn she can at least heal up a bit then. And then I gave the 2 Branch Witches some offensive abilities. I gave 1 Tree Song, so I know I already had it from the staff, but I wanted to be able to Tree Song at both ends of the board. And I gave her the Moonstone of Hidden Ways because I wanted her to move around the board, because of the Forest Folk Battalion gives you the ability to fade from view, so you can take all of your Dryads and the Branch Wraith off the board and redeploy them in your territory or from the Wildwoods. So that gives me a lot of mobility, and I wanted a Branch Witch that could keep up with that. And the final Branch Witch I gave the Reaping and the Silverwood Circlet to. They're a really good combination because the Silverwood Circlet makes the Reaping range 9. Small model, so you're still only getting it from her base, but it's a good combination. It did work. It was a good. It pulled off some good damage, some consistent damage. So that was the army. My tactics for it really were, if it was a defensive game where it was kill points or 1 objective each, I'd try and set up, hold my ground, maybe try and get some up the board a little and take out some of his units that were straggling. Or if it was an objective game, I'd throw around the board, jump onto different objectives and hold them to win. So my opponent's army was a Lizardmen army. He took a Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur, 2 squads of 5 Knights, 1 squad of 10 Temple Guard, or Saurus Guard I think they're called now, and a squad of 20 Saurus Warriors with 2 squads of 10 Skinker on the side. So I see his army, I'm thinking, right, if I can stay away from the Carnosaur, and I can bog down the Saurus Warriors in the Sylvaneth Wildwoods, I can have a chance here. So we roll up and we get Battle for the Pass. So that's when we have 1 objective in your deployment zone, 2 in the middle of the board, and 1 in your opponent's. And you get 1 point for holding yours, 2 for holding the middle, and 4 for holding your opponent's at the end of every turn. So that's the army lists, the tactics, onto the game. I don't have many photos of this, so I apologise, I'll try and take more next time I do one of these. The game starts off well, because all my Wargrove is 1 Wargrove, I get to drop it all in one go, so I just drop it. I put Branch Wraith, 10 Dryads at the back of the board, everything else goes in the Realm Roots, sitting off the board because I need to drop them in. My Wildwoods at this point are in his deployment zone between his objective and the objective on the side of the board. It's a nice position to be in. So I start my Verdant Blessing, set up a Wildwood in front of me, move into it with my Dryads and my Branch Wraith, and then drop another squad of 10 in just outside of it so they can take the objective on the right of the board, or my right of the board. And then I drop my other squads, 2 squads of Dryads, and my Branch Witches in on the big clump of Wildwoods I've now grown at the other end of the board. So they land in, castle up Arcane Shield on my front rank of Dryads, so they're now on a 3-up save, because they're in the Wildwoods, they've got Arcane Shield, and they're ready to defend. And then it goes to his turn, so I'm already up 5 points. He charges in, loses above average number of Saurus to his to the Wildwoods, because he runs on to the Wildwoods, then tries to consolidate into combat, loses more. So I'm thinking, I've got this, and I managed to castle that side of the board quite well, and they're racking my points consistently through the start, the first couple turns of the game, and then his Old Blood on Carnosaur makes contact with the other side of my army, and splinters them, breaks through all the trees, because I'm using Arcane Shield to keep my Dryads on my left, okay? Breaks through the right, and then almost takes me out. So he gets to the last turn of the game, there are 6 points separating us. If he can wipe me off some objective and take my 4-point objective, he'll win. So that's when I use my Fade from View, take everything off the board, think about where I need to put them back in. So my healthy squad of new 10 Dryads drops next to my objective, which now keeps him away from it. The 3 characters, or the Branch Witch drops, the Branch Wraith drops, Moonstone of Hidden Ways over to help her, Realm Root over, so I've now moved all of them. And then my weakened squad of Dryads I now throw to his back end of the board to hold his objective off him, because he's moved off it to try and fight me, which nets me a really stupid amount of points. And I think really my winning combination here was the buffed up Dryads on the Wildwood in the middle of the board to kind of like catch his infantry, and then when he had lots of infantry swarming them, he was really scared of moving onto the Wildwoods, but he kept near them just to attack into them. So Tree Song, the Reaping, and the Wildwoods Enraging really cleared out a lot of his models for me and did quite a bit of work. So the game ended up being 26-15 to me. So it was 26 to 18 to me. So it was a good victory, really solid victory that I'm quite happy with for an army I put together to be this concept of an all-Dryad army. So that got me thinking, should I be doing more of these videos? If you liked it, let me know, and I'll do more of this sort of Wargrove specialised or themed Sylvaneth lists, and I'll try them out. I'll break it down, so I'll have the army list part of the video, the tactic part of the video, and the battle recap, and maybe do some proper battle reports as well based on it. Please comment, it really helps me out, lets me know what you liked, what you didn't like and share and subscribe if you want to. Thank you very much.